Welcome back to The Lead in more world news today. Mock executions, gruesome and detailed descriptions of beheadings, and constant reminders that any day could be your last day on Earth. Those were some of the sick and twisted methods of torture a former ISIS hostage says he endured at the hands of the masked monster known as Jihadi John. CNN's Pamela Brown is here with more of the sordid details now being revealed by a Spanish journalist who was held captive by ISIS for more than 6 months. Pamela, we've heard very little from those who have survived these ordeals with ISIS.
That's right, and this is really the first time we're hearing from a former hostage, Jake, who's sharing these really terrifying details. It's a bone-chilling account of daily physical and psychological torture at the hands of the man called Jihadi John during the 194 days of this former hostage spent in captivity before being released by ISIS last March.
Reunited with his son in Spain, Javier Espinoza finally saw the end of a hellish journey that led him face to face with Jihadi John. Captured by ISIS in the fall of 2013, Espinoza, a journalist for El Mundo, described the torture he suffered at the hands of Jihadi John in an article he wrote for the Sunday Times in the UK. Espinoza said at one point the infamous masked terrorist held a sword to his neck and said, "Feel it? Cold, isn't it? Can you imagine the pain you'll feel when it cuts? Unimaginable pain." Espinoza, seen here in an interview with El Mundo, says Jihadi John relished scaring the hostages with gruesome details of how he would slaughter them, telling him the first hit of the sword will sever your veins, the second blow opens your neck, you'd make some amusing guttural sounds, I've seen it before, you all squirm like animals, like pigs, the third blow will take off your head, I'd put it on your back. When he was finished with the sword, Espinoza says Jihadi John put a pistol to his head, pulling the trigger 3 times.
The visceral experience means a lot to him. He likes that visceral experience. He's not turning away when he beheads and kills people. Rather, he's thinking about what each blow looks like.
Espinoza was held with more than 20 other Western hostages in Syria, including Americans James Foley, Steven Sotloff, Peter Kassig, and Kayla Mueller, who were all now dead. Espinoza said Kassig, a humanitarian worker, told him of his own torture, saying, "When they realized I was American and that I had been a soldier in Iraq, they went crazy. They hung me from the roof and started beating me. I thought they were going to execute me." Sometime later, Kassig was beheaded. The gruesome video posted on the internet.
Given ISIS's ranks, given how many people they have who've been drawn to them, how many English speakers they have, I have no doubt that if Jihadi John were killed, or if he were captured, that you'd have someone else come along and replace him.
And an ISIS defector who was there during one of the beheadings, one of the recent beheadings, also said during an interview with Sky News that the militant group reveres Jihadi John as the, quote, big boss who is the only one in the group allowed to kill foreigners. Really disturbing, Jake.
Horrible stuff. Pamela Brown, thank you so much. To the national lead now. Did a hot mic catch